Taurus, welcome. Angels, ancestors, divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up worlds, the great power that creates worlds, the first source and center, the fountain of the all, the Akashic records in the great halls of wisdom. We ask for a clear, precise, and protected message for the collective of Taurus, for their highest manifestation and good. In great appreciation and gratitude, we say Amen Ra. Alright, and what message do we have from the Amenti Oracle, the Living with a Feather Heart deck, based off of 42 principles or ideals of Ma'at? What message do you have? Wow, 2. Alright, 2. We have I achieve with integrity. I achieve with integrity, Capricorn. It definitely sounds like you. And we have I am trustful in my relationships. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull some other cards and then we may come back and read one or both of these depending on what comes with. So I achieve with integrity and I am trustful in all my relationships. Interesting. Okay, so we'll take a card from the Native Heart Healing Oracle. And we'll see what else we get. Alright, what card do we have from this deck for the collective of Taurus? Stillness and Sacral Chakra energy. Interesting. Because the stillness card is water energy, and this is a card of trusting yourself, knowing when it's time to, kind of take a rest, jump out of the flow of the river and jump on a lily pad and get some stillness, some recuperate and rest, and trusting yourself when it's time to jump back in and go with the flow. Stillness, is taking a moment to, be quiet and take it all in. We do have the Lakota tribe. There may be messengers from ancestors. We have the Sacral Chakra, and this is about, creative, passionate living, action and creativity. Some of you may be you may have kind of stepped away from maybe you just jumped out of the flow of life. Maybe you needed some time to yourself. You needed some quiet time. But with this Sacral Chakra here and this creative passion and creating something new, passionate, determined living, it sounds like it's time to get back in the flow, because, the Sacral Chakra is action, it's passion, it's emotion as well, feelings, and we have this water energy, this stillness. So it might be time, trust, the whole stillness card is about trusting your instinct. It's about trusting yourself. I am trustful in my relationships, trusting when it's time to get back in there. And some of you, it might be time to get back in there. It might be time to, okay, we have the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck now. It might be time to get off that lily pad and get back into the flow of life. Yeah, release. It's time to release and freely release what you no longer need. Because it's time to go. It's time to create something new. So the old has to be released. And we have peace. Choosing balance, choosing peace. Number 28, 27 and 28, 9 and 10. You know, this releasing, there's a piece there. Ooh, pleasure. And we have that on the bottom of the deck with the sacral chakra here. You know, it's time. It's time to release what didn't work. It's time to release maybe a distrust in a relationship you had. I mean, I feel that just letting go of releasing whatever it is that you need to release, whatever you're holding on to, is what's going to bring you peace. You're still holding on to something. And this is the, oh wow. There's a lot, that's a lot of cards. This is the Queen of the Moon Tarot. I'm sorry, the Tarot of a Moon Garden. Yeah. Major Arcana, the Sun. Said to be the best card in the entire tarot that you can receive. Positive strength, vitality, life force, renewal. The sun shining on you. Energy, prosperity, abundance. Brand new, bright, shiny day. The sun is shining on you. The sun is the sacral chakra energy. With the Lovers. Okay, so some of you, this is about a relationship. This is Gemini energy, the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. We have the Sun, which is Leo energy, fire energy. We're coming into Leo season. Yeah, the tribe, the community, the Lakota tribe. Yeah, ooh, look. We have pleasure, opening to pleasure. You release, there's this pleasure that's waiting to fill you. So that's why this past relationship, you know, maybe you got out of the game for a minute, Taurus, because, you know, you felt safer. Things were moving too fast or something. You needed time to release the past, but, you know, there's this, it's interesting because we have the Void, and this is about releasing what you no longer need, the Dark Moon energy. And then we have joyful action, the Sacral Chakra energy, taking joyful action. Very interesting, but you know, pleasures at the bottom of the deck, and the Lovers with this sacral chakra. It's time for passion and pleasure for you again, my dear, dear, dear. Yeah, focus on the solution. When you're in stillness, you know, take that time to sit on your lily pad and be still and focus on a solution. Yeah, sunshine again. Sunshine. And then the sacral chakra, you might also want to alright, let's just jump into it real quick. The sacral chakra, actually, let me come here. Let's talk about the sacral chakra really quick. Just want to read to you what that means when the sacral chakra is in. Where are we at? Okay. The sacral plexus chakra. Located above the root chakra is the sacral plexus chakra, the second chakra, and the one most closely connected with sexual and reproductive activities as well as emotions and creativity. When the sacral plexus chakra is out of harmony, we have difficulty expressing our feelings or are cut off from them, are out of touch with pleasure and hold unprocessed anger. We feel stifled in our creativity and resentful for not being able to birth our ideas into the world. We also may have relationship issues, platonic and romantic, reproductive issues, or feel unstable or unhealthy around aspects of our sexuality. There will also be feelings of shame. We also may have issues around money and abundance, either placing an overemphasis on obtaining material goods or not owning our abundance at all. We are in the flow. When the sacral plexus chakra is in harmony, we are in the flow of our creative expression, in touch with pleasure. Interesting. Able to share and express feelings in healthy ways, create and maintain healthy relationships, and are connected to the emotional aspects of sexuality in ways that sustain us. We feel at peace with our abundance and maybe even touch with our clairsentience, the gift of taking in intuitive information through feeling. We also have a healthy relationship to money and easily cultivate abundance in our lives in balanced ways. The color is orange. The element is water, which is interesting because we have the stillness card here, which is water. The affirmation is I feel. Glands, ovaries, and testicles, physical body parts, womb, genitals, lower vertebrae, pelvis, appendix, bladder, hip area, and kidneys. Life lesson: to use emotions to connect with others without losing our identity and to freely express creativity and healthy emotional sexuality. Chronic lower back pain, physical dysfunction symptoms are chronic lower back pain, sciatica, gynecological problems, pelvic pain, impotence, frigidity, uterine/bladder/kidney problems, mental emotional issues, guilt and blame, money, sex, power and control, creativity, ethics, honor and relationships. Possible causes of energy blocks: sexual abuse or trauma, rape, and gender issues. Crystals: carnelian, amber, moonstone, coral, orange tourmaline, and sunstone, which I believe, no, okay, never mind. And the essential oils are ylang ylang, lemon, patchouli, rosewood, and sandalwood. So that sacral plexus chakra, this is definitely about relationships. This is definitely about you releasing distrust and fear in relationships. It's time to fire up. It's time to shine that sacral chakra. You got sunshine here twice, the sun card and my personal card, sunshine, and focusing on the solution, which is interesting, like is same color energies, the purple and the blue. Focus on the solution, peace. The lovers, yeah, I feel there's a healing here with the sun and the lovers card in your relationships. You're ready to get back out there. You know, you took time to heal and lick your wounds, perhaps, Taurus, but it's time to get back out there. I am trustful in my relationships. Let's see. Because clearly this is about relationships. 19. I am trustful in my relationships. Our personalities are forged from a dynamic combination of the natural disposition called forth from genetics and the nurturing of our families during the developmental ages of our youth, which is why the Lakota tribe came up on the bottom of the deck. Nature and nurture walk hand in hand as we follow the path laid in front of us by experience embedded into epigenetics. Sense memories become manifest from the tendrils of these experiences, which can either taint or tether our lens of perception and projection. Whether we realize it or not, we most often tend to see things as we are, not necessarily as they are. How we relate to the world is rooted in how we relate to our own nature and what we choose to nurture inside of our heart. Shimmers in the light we shine on the mask of personality. When we are secure in ourselves, we can find security reflected back in the relationships we cultivate and allow. When we relate to our relationships with the intention of seeking vision from the fractal fragments of the greater whole. Let me read that again. When we relate to our relationships with an intention of seeking vision within the fractal fragments of the greater whole, we can find and unite to a consciousness that sees and nurtures the interconnected nature of all. Lakota tradition shares, it's interesting, Lakota tradition in the Amenti Oracle book. And we have the Lakota tribe. Wow. Lakota tradition shares this concept with the prayer Minakuye Oyasin, which translates to all my relations, or we are all related, and honors the harmony that reverberates through every realm of consciousness and every walk of life. The Lakota cherish this prayer, their prayer, as a tenet of their cultural ethos, and this perspective is not something that is taken lightly. In applying the ideal of finding trust in relationships, we are reminded to trust that we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a meta of the metaphor, a mirror of the one mind. Famed theosophical writer and one of the first to use the term New Age, Alice A. Bailey, also emphasized the notion of right human relations within her occult teachings. As a channel for the Tibetan master Dijwa Kul, she thought that meditation was the vehicle for students to imagine right human relationships by visualizing love and light pouring into all human hearts and minds. And I really feel that that's these two cards are what we just read. Pouring love and light, and you have the sunshine here twice. When we feel insecure, we must remember that the tendrils we tend toward may reveal lessons in the tapestry woven. If we see a certain pattern that is a projection of pain, broken promises, and poor treatment, we must pause and meditate on what may be learned and how we may let this go, that a new design can emerge. Transmute tension with the power of breath, the beauty of awareness, and the security of knowing that time becomes malleable when we can relate to it in confidence. Oh, wow. That was really powerful. Trusting yourself and being secure, and this idea of meditating. And you have these two cards here, right? Meditating and communicating. Seeing the larger connection so that the smaller connection, or the microcosm, the macrocosm, the mundane connection, for lack of a better word, seeing the connection of all. Now the Sacral Chakra, let me see if it says anything about relationships. Passion, creativity, motivation, inspiration, and self-love. All right, Taurus, so this is about you. Fear not, your eternal flames of passion burn within your sacred fire of life. This card brings you to the awakening energy of the Sacral Chakra. This mandala is aligned with your passion for life and your passion within relationships, including the one you have with yourself. The key here is to have an absolute unwavering faith in yourself. Trust the beautiful being that you are and know what is important to you. Be reminded that you, your ideas, your creativity, and your passion matter. Start believing in all that you have asked of yourself in this lifetime. Remember the bigger picture that you chose to play a part in. Have faith that you are safe to express your passion without the shame or guilt that are illusions of times past. Embrace the very fire within that lights your individuality with the Sun card here. What are you waiting for? Kiss and hug the people you love and the people you don't. Love without reservation. If not others, then yourself. And create, create, create. There's no time like the present. Just be sure to take your heart with you along the way. Taurus, a beautiful reading. And you have this, a Gemini card, the Lovers, and this is a card of healing. Healing yourself. Healing a relationship. Making choices from a place of balance and love. Yeah, Six of Staffs and the Leo card, the Strength card. All right. Oh, there it is. I achieve with integrity. Sorry. What was this? It took me a minute. They're not in alphabetical order. And they're not these Amenti card. These Amenti oracle cards. So I have to... Anywho. Initiation into a spiritual practice is when a candidate makes the conscious decision to embark on an evolutionary journey to new levels of consciousness and higher planes of understanding the reality in which we live and operate. So I'm feeling the meditation coming in here, the message of meditation. This rite of passage has found its way through the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, the Eleusinians of ancient Greece, Kabbalism, Wiccan practice, and modern other orders such as Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star. Mystery schools such as these have often been shrouded in secrecy and bedeviled by notions of conspiracy. However, just grab these real quick. However, the secrets kept are neither to hide nor to conspire, but to protect certain wisdom that must be earned through time, effort, and proof of character. If the wisdom were to be freely revealed to the uninitiated, the power in this knowledge could find its way into the wrong hands, hearts, and minds. To the true initiate on the path of studying the mysteries of the universe, wisdom is achieved through different degrees as the candidate advances past various rituals, tests, and trials which reveal the worth of the individual found in merit. Integrity is an essential part of the character of the ideal initiate into these mysteries, as living in alignment with integrity is living unified with truth, honesty, and virtue as a breathing embodiment of the principle of Ma'at. The lightness within the feather on the scale, the pure heart can understand. I achieve with integrity as when you are living as truth unified. Your heart reflects reality. Your reality reflects back to you with integrated honesty. Wow. The Order of the Eastern Star applies this concept through rites of passage through the biblical heroines represented within their star. As death and life are eternally bound, the various processes of life's journey echo lessons, and through metaphor we can relate to each other through study and embodiment. The heroines of each star point are a reflection of the feminine, three great lights of Masonry, which are charity, loving kindness, and truth, as a mirror to the masculine three great lights of truth, relief, and brotherly love. Ada represent the ideal daughter, the season of youth and springtime, and the virtues of fidelity, loyalty, and intelligence. 2, 4. Interesting. Martha embodies the ideal sister, the winter season, and faith, trust, fortitude, and the endlessness of life eternal. Esther, whose name literally translates to star, represents the ideal wife, and the virtues of light, power, strength, and justice. Electa, the ideal mother, embodies the season of autumn and the virtues of hospitality, honor, love, and devotion. Ruth, the widow, is the summer season and embodies the true friend who acts in humble service, has unwavering devotion to family, and understands the power of even the smallest act of compassion, which we're in Ruth season right now, it sounds like. Shamanic teachings echo similar sentiments in honoring the 4 cardinal directions. Interesting. As each student advances through northeast, southwest, homage is paid to the wisdom within the direction and the lessons revealed through becoming an avatar of each archetype. The medicine wheel of the Lakota tradition honors the north as a representation of the evening, winter, mind, old age, and wisdom. The east represents the morning spirit, spring spirit, childhood, and generosity. The south represents the afternoon, summer, soul, adolescence, and fortitude. And finally, the west honors evening, autumn, body, adulthood, and bravery. To live fully and wholly in the ideal of integrity is to pause and remember to ask if you are embodying what you articulate, and if what you articulate isn't in alignment with integrity, Integrity must be fully integrated in order to pass through the gates of higher learning and experience. I achieve with integrity means articulation in word as well as the intention encoded in the vibration of what you speak into the world. It is embodiment in the strength of your convictions and consciousness, a light shining with the luminescence of a star. Wow, the light shining. I achieve with integrity means articulation in word as well as the intention encoded in the vibration of what you speak into the world. It is embodiment in the strength of your convictions and consciousness, a light shining with the luminescence of a star, the needle point of the compass. Aware of truth and direction, the shimmering spirit of each season's reasons for passage, and the awareness of the potency within every great parable's metaphor. Something new is about to be created. Integrity and trust, beginning with yourself. Wow, that was the Lakota wisdom here. This is just... Taurus, this is such a deep message. But you can achieve what you want, this determined living with this fire energy that represents the sacral chakra, and the sun energy here. Sunshine is here twice. There's this light that's shining. And it's you, and it comes from you first. Not just living in integrity, but loving yourself, trusting yourself, allowing your light to shine. Create, and you have this abundant energy of the sun, shining to help things grow, to help things that primal flower essence, I think, came out earlier. Being everything, and then we have these huge sunflowers, and we have the sunshine, everything that you've grown to be, everything that has made you who you are till now. It's time to create from that point. And some of you, we have relationships. A lot of your relationship with yourself is a direct reflection with your relationships in the outer world. So if you want a loving, trustful relationship full of, passion and pleasure, because remember, pleasure is here. Right? Pleasure is here. Joyful action was here. Moonflower shining brightly in the dark. You're about to level up. Yeah, I'm really feeling there's a healing. And, there's a power in meditating and releasing and choosing to sit down and find balance and connect with, the universe to find solutions, answers, ideas, inspiration, spark. But it's definitely time to create something new. And there's this passion and this pleasure with the Sun card and the pleasure in releasing. There's something I'm feeling like part of the journey that you're done with. I'm gonna let it go there, Taurus, but that sacral chakra, you may want to definitely do some sacral chakra energy. You know, a meditation, some sleep music, you know, some crystals, some essential oils, because there's pleasure here. And there's love here. The lovers are here. And it's time for you to trust yourself again. Because trust is the, you know, self-trust builds the trust in all other relationships. If you don't trust yourself, you don't trust the choices you make, you don't trust your feelings. Sacral chakra is feeling energy. It's very important for you, especially, and then we have the stillness and the meditation card here. Look, both similar color energies, two different decks, right? Surrounding yourself, both of these mandalas, with peace and balance. Taking time just to clear your mind and be quiet and receive information, download, you know, receive and download, you know, the energy. Allow yourself to be peaceful. Allow yourself to feel good, to feel strong, to feel loved, to feel trustworthy. All right, I'm going to get out on that one. But yeah, Lakota tribe, your community, your people, your village, the ones that you depend on. It's time to trust yourself and get back out there. Because love, pleasure, sexuality, passion, it's out there waiting for you. It's time to release the past so that you can create something new and find that peace. And we have 27 and 20. Releasing will bring you the peace and the balance. All right, Taurus.